Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother with Wisdom, aka Tiamaat, aka Valerie Ames, aka a million other different names, whatever you want to call me. It's all good. um, I know I've been silent for a little bit, and that's because I have been integrating what I've learned and getting ready for the next portion of it. Excuse me. Incense is going, so it's doing its thing. Um, I have been transmuting a lot of energy lately, um, and it has me tired. I went to bed and whew, I just was out. I just was gone, and it was so deep how deep I had slept. And upon waking up, I realized that um, it was the download that was received that is just so deep. And I'm getting ready to share that with you. 139. Um, and right now I'm just going to talk about it and then we'll do the cards and um, see what the cards have to say about what I'm saying to you. Um, ooh, I wrote some things. Excuse me. I wrote some things down and I'm going to take some notes and I'm going to take this gum out and light up a cigarette and I'm going to just give it to you, so to speak. Allow what needs to come forth to come forth. Allow what needs to be held back to be held back. This is my will to be a vehicle. Okay, this video is going to be titled How to Fight Your Demons. And beloveds, I don't want you to be afraid of your parts, your demon parts, your shadow parts, your innocent parts, your your little baby parts, your psychopathic parts. All of these are with you from many different lifetimes, and they all meet up in this now moment so that you can do the healing work that you need to do. You are shamans. You are here to transmute this energy that is encoded inside of you. You are meant to know yourself in such a way that you are able to connect with everything that has ever existed. And the only way that you can truly do that is to accept your divinity, to accept who you are, to accept your flaws, to accept your gifts equally. And in being able to do that, you are able to look outside of you and do the same thing. But first, you have to look inside. First, you have to confront your demons. You have to be able to name them. You have to be able to identify them. And you have to know that you are so powerful that you manifest them. You manifest a vehicle for them to be in so that you are in a relationship with them. Deep. And so, getting to understand that a little bit better, um, the movie Beloved and Toni Morrison surfaced for me, as well as the book. I read the book. I had I'll call her an angel. She was a neighbor, and I love to read, and she was always, she didn't like herself, and she was beautiful inside and out, but she couldn't identify with herself. And of course, we hit it off. And she had been reading this book. She was going to college, and she was reading this book, Beloved. She was in the Oprah Club, and she says, Valerie, you have to read this. And I'm like, well, what is it? And she's like, is a Toni Morrison book, and it's called Beloved. And I know you don't get too much into the um, supernatural and so forth and so on. And I know you don't let your kids play those kind of games and so forth. And I know you don't let certain things into your home. Um, but this book is really for you. Everything has been telling me to offer it to you. And so I bought it for you. So she bought me this book and she gave it to me. And being my mama's child, when someone gives you a gift, you honor it because they went out of their way for you. And so I read the book. That book blew me away, just like all of Toni Morrison and Alice Walker and Maya Angelou and um, Sonia Sanchez and Zora Neale Hurston, and forgive me if I'm forgetting some, but these women are my roots. The way they write, the way they speak, the way they see, the way they know, they have been lighthouses for me. They've taught me how to be a lighthouse, how to shine my light amidst the chaos. And that comes from going within and combating your demons. And sometimes it can be overwhelming. Many people have lost their minds and have not come outside of themselves. When you go inside yourself, it is a commitment of the greatest love of all. That is what you're connecting with. And it's not easy. It's not an easy journey. It's a soul journey. And on this journey, you are the shaman. You are the medicine woman. And you are traveling multidimensional, past, present, and future, with the intent upon gathering all your pieces and being the healing that is needed for humankind, for your bloodline, and for all that exists. because you understand that your bloodline exists in the animals and in the plants and in the sand and in the rocks and in the mountains and in the trees and in the waters, especially the waters. Mm-hmm. Oh no. This is very painful. So if you see me hesitating or whatever, um, it's because it is so deep a topic. First of all, let's speak on what a demon is, what I mean when I say demon. Okay, a demon is the just give it to you to me, the protoplasmic consciousness of your shadow self, your shadow thoughts, your shadow beliefs, your darkest fears, your storage place of all that causes you shame, guilt, remorse, resentment, anger, hate, all of these things are, all of these energies are gathered, and they gather together and they form demons, just like all of your good parts, all of your spiritual fruitage are your angels, angelic forces, angelic energy, light energy. And beloveds, you going to work? Have a good one. Mhm. Love you. You be back. Okay. Beloveds, like I was saying, all of this is the duality. All of this is designed for us to realize that we are seated on the throne and that whether we go right or left is a matter of degrees. And we only get off balance when we go too far left or too far right. And the only way we get to understand what that balance is, and that balance is different for each of us. When you know what your balance is, that's when you begin your spiritual walk. And it is on that spiritual walk that you encounter everything that you agreed to in order to further encode yourself in your evolutionary process. Okay. Um, again, getting back to, okay, that was the definition of demons, of what I called your demons. And I want to start with mine. I have been battling my demons for as long as I can remember. Um, if I really wanted to get down to it, I want you to understand that your parents are your angels and your demons. Your school teachers are your angels and your demons. Every relationship that you've ever been in has been with angels and demons. Yours that you manifested, yours that you contracted with before you incarnated this lifetime. Control is a very important issue to the selves. Most want to be the true identity. But when you are silent long enough, and when you are observant of yourself long enough, without the judgment, without the criticism, looking at things in a way that shows you all spectrums of all the colors, of all the energies, seen and unseen, that go into the blueprint of existing, of being, of becoming, of growing, of maturing. It is a truly beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It is horrific because we have so much to overcome, because we've given our demons, our shadows, the right to lead. We've put them in charge. We trusted them. And at one point, that's what we needed to do in order to survive. That is no longer the case, beloveds. We no longer need to be worried about being where our position is on the hierarchy of life. We don't need to consider ourselves inferior or superior to life. All life is life. All life is evolving. All life is perfecting itself. Allow the process. Stop judging yourself so harshly. You are Satan. You are Lucifer. You are the morning and the evening light. You are all of that. When you allow, I want to give you something that I also got in the, um, I'll call it dream times. Um, when I want you to think, whenever you've heard of the term demon in the Bible, I'll use the Jesus Christ um, example. When Jesus needed to be by himself, he needed to be alone. He needed to think. He needed to go within. So he went up on this mountain, the highest one, and he could look down and see the whole world, all of it. And out of nowhere, the devil, Satan, the liar, the father of the lie, the ego, the insecure one, the doubter, the lame, the child one, came to him and tempted him. Now, Jesus was hungry because he had been fasting. He had been going through. And of course, his devil, his Satan, knew him intimately because it was him. And it said, "You're hungry." I'm paraphrasing, but y'all know how I go. "You're hungry. There goes some stones. There goes some rocks. If you're the Son of God, why are you hungry? Turn them stones into some bread and eat." What's And Jesus knew that this was a part of him that wanted him to give up, that wanted him to take the easy route, that was saying, "You ain't got to suffer. You ain't got to learn like this. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why? You're the Son of God. Turn the rocks into stones. Turn them stones into some bread and let's eat. We hungry." Jesus said, "No, no. It's by what? Every word that I am fed." Meaning, in me. You think you know me so well. You are the darkness that I separated myself from in order to know myself better. You are part of me, but baby, don't get it twisted. You don't rule me. You don't rule over me. You never will. But I accept you as part of me. I honor your thoughts because they are contrast that are needed. I honor the fact that I am designed to secrete hormones from my glands that give me the fight or flight response. I am thankful for knowing that this world, this kingdom of man that man built, I don't want that. You can offer it to me as much as you want. That's valuable to you. You want fame. You want glory. You want riches. That is more valuable to you than your soul. than your spirit, than the essence of who you truly can be when you decide to integrate and not be separate any longer. When you decide not to compete with yourself. So you compete with your demon. It ain't other people you compete with. Mm-mm. I don't compete with nobody else. I don't compete with nobody else. I don't. And it's not because my ego is so big that, oh, they can't compete with me or I can't compete with them or blah, 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 blah. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't operate like that. I operate from within. I'm looking for that one. And I'm finding her. And she has many faces. And she has existed many lifetimes. And she will exist many more. And she is unconditional love. And she is infinite intelligence expressing herself, itself, himself, herself in a manner that befits the sun and the moon and the stars. 2717. Back to it, like I said, this is it's gonna seem like I'm jumping, but and I probably am, but how to fight your demons. I'm fighting them right now. Do you see them? There's a resistance to doing this. There is old fears. This is coming off. It's okay. Thank you. Okay. Old fears. These are fears from the ancestors who were tortured, murdered, butchered for helping, who are still not at peace. They are my parts. They are my tribe. They are my instincts. They are my conscious unconsciousness. They have always existed in forms that you may realize or recognize from myths, fairy tales, oral stories, and oral traditions. For me, I recognized a lot of them in the stories that my father would tell me, Uncle Remus and so forth. And it was the essence. It's just like watching Bugs Bunny. Was Bugs Bunny good, or was he bad, or was he both? Get to know your demons. Bugs Bunny was a demon. Bugs Bunny was a hot mess, okay? But Bugs Bunny taught you how to be adaptable to any situation. So when Bugs Bunny was doing that, Bugs Bunny was being his angel self, his highest self. But when he needed to get funky, he knew how to get funky. And so, beloveds, what I'm saying is this is all of us. I am you. I am no different than you. The only thing with me is I recognize the signs and the seasons and what's getting ready to happen. And beloveds, I want to let you know that that has been averted. That is is done. It's just working itself out in a way that it needs to. My attention is no longer there because the situation is contained. The demons have been dealt with. They've been dealt a serious blow to the head, one that this patriarchy will not recover from, per the will of my mama's blueprint and design. Don't look at it as a negative thing because everything that took place was necessary for you to be able to see yourself. If there was no Donald Trump, would you be in this moment? Would you be looking for the man in the mirror? Would you be looking deeper to see who you are, how you truly identify yourself? Okay, enough of the here we go around in circles. Okay, beloved, 3311, 44, 8. Okay, mama. Hmm. Okay, let me get to it. Beloveds, the movie had Danny Glover, had Oprah, had Thandie Newton, and many, many other great, great actors and actresses. And beloveds, if you know the story, you know that it is a story of escaping from slavery. It is a black woman's story, a chattel slave woman's story. And I want you to look at it again. And I want you to look at it with metaphysical, awakened, and aware eyes. And I want you to see what you need to see, regardless of your color, because we are all here to help each other. I've been many people's demon. I'm sure they'll tell you. No matter how sweet or innocent I see myself, There's always someone who's going to see me as a demon, as a bad person, as a Jezebel, as a whore, as a slut, as something less than, unworthy. But, beloved, that is in them. That is not how I view myself, nor do I value their opinion over mine. My ancestors tell me who I am. Why would I listen to someone that says, you're not, you're not, you're not, you're not, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not beautiful, you stink, you bleed, you're a woman. Yes, I am. The womb of men. I allow you to incarnate. I nurture you. I hold space for you. How do you honor me in return? The earth is your mother. She holds space for you. She nurtures you. She allows you to incarnate within her. How do you honor her? Do you love your mother? Do you even know what it means to be a mother? To have a child? I had mine when I was 18. Had not a clue. But you couldn't tell me I didn't know everything at the time. You couldn't tell me that I didn't know more than my mama. And she was patient with me. And there were things that she tried to do to improve my life. And I wouldn't allow because my demons didn't get along with her demons. Did not trust her demons. And so when she told me, baby, let me adopt your baby so your baby can get my social security. Because I worked all my life, baby. And that money should go to somebody. It should go to her. I earned it. And that way, baby, you ain't got to struggle so hard. You got an income coming in, no matter what. Nah, mama. Nah, I can't trust you. You might want to take my baby away from me. How you did me? Nah, mama. I ain't gonna do that to my baby. No, 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 no. Whatever's going through your head, mm-mm, uh-uh. No, I got this. I got this. Hard head, make a soft ass, baby. I was working, hustling, and still getting welfare, and was still broke as fuck. It would have made things easier on me, on my baby, if I had listened. Did not have the wisdom, did not have the trust, listened to not my heart, who knew my mama, who knew her heart, who knew how much she loved this child, her grandchild, but could not trust another, not even my own mother, because of my demon and the control they had over my thought process, over my hormones, over my mind. That's control for your ass. Okay? Understand your demons. What do they want? Control. That's it. Who does that control belong to? The mother of all, the mother and father of all. So understand what is meant by you fight powers and principalities within yourself that have their own hierarchies. Energy does not die. So right now, you're speaking with Lemon, you're speaking with Osime, you're speaking with Juanita, you're speaking with Valerie, you're speaking with Valentina, you're speaking with Valerie, you're speaking with Trinity, you're speaking with Lumi. All inside this now moment. Because that is how we are designed. That is what the spiral represents. 44. 8. The movie Beloved. A chattel slave woman's true story. Based upon a true story. She was on a plantation that was so brutal. She was raped by the father, raped by the two sons. Children that were born from these unions or property. We're also chattel slaves. They may have seemed to be a little bit higher on the totem pole, but baby, you still on that totem pole, okay? You still one of them scarecrows up there, and the crows is telling you, you better not get your ass down. During that story, what struck me was she was lactating, and one of the sons was raping her, and he was drinking her baby's milk. He was stealing nourishment made for her child while he was raping her violently, letting her know, you're not a goddess. You're nothing but an animal. Look what I can do to you. And you can't do nothing about it. She did something about it. Pregnant. She ran. Going for where? I believe it was Ohio. Look at what is happening in Ohio with current events right now and understand the energy and understand what that it was a port for. On her journey, she gave birth to a child she named Denver that a white girl had helped her deliver. This white girl was her angel. That's why you never judge a spiritual being by the color of its skin. You judge by the content of its character. That's what you use your discernment for. Because demons hide in everybody, baby. I saw my mamas. I listened to them when they taunted me, when they beat me, when they shamed me or tried to shame me, when they tried to tell me who I wasn't or that I needed to crawl before them. I was me inside the womb. I'm me outside the womb. I was born me. And when this flesh vehicle is done, I will die me. And I will be reborn me. Why? Because I work on me. Because I love me. Because I know that me, that I, EYE, is connected to everything seen and unseen. And that we have a symbiotic relationship. And there are angels and demons. There are good germs and bad germs. There's good bacteria and bad bacteria. And it is only when one is out of balance that dis-ease occurs. So, beloveds, we have to do everything we can to keep ourselves balanced. Back to this story. Sorry. Um, before the mother of beloved left the plantation, they found her. I'm getting that. She left, they found her. Okay? Before I'm getting it mixed up, let me just give it to you the way it is because I can see what's happening. So, like I said, okay, focus. Back again, back again, back again. All right. Mhm. Somewhere in the story, I'll put it that way. It's been a while since I watched it. I'm gonna have to watch it again. She killed her youngest daughter. I think she was 2. She killed that baby, her child, with out of unconditional love. I love you so much. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want these men to hurt you. I don't want them to sell you. I don't want them to rape you. I don't want them to tell you who you are not. So, with the love of a mother, the unconditional love of a mother, I am going to take back the life that incarnated within you. Because this motherfucker, I don't give a fuck what he do to me. But he ain't gonna touch you. He ain't gonna touch. And whatever comes, I'll live with it. Whatever comes, I'll endure it. But he ain't gonna touch you. 'Cause I say he ain't. And the world was shocked at what she had done. And they called her a monster because she killed her child, her baby girl. And all her community knew what she did. And all her family knew what she did. And she lived in her own world. And she raised her daughter in a way that that child was more mature than she was. But that child saw her mama. She knew her. She knew. She knew. She knew. She knew. Man came back into her life. That's when the demon appeared. You don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to know what love is because you killed me. I ain't got no life. I'll never know what love is because you killed me. And so that energy manifested itself a body and it took its mama through hell. It made her remember. It made her feel guilty. It made her feel ashamed. It tortured her mind. It tortured her soul, her demon, her daughter, her thought that she had brought back to life because of her guilt, because she needed to relive it in order to heal it. But whoo, that demon was strong, and it began to kick her ass, and it began to take her from the living world, and it began to take her from Denver, from her daughter. And Denver shared because Denver recognized who beloved was. But it came to it that the women of that village, of that community, got together and they said, that baby is whooping her. She gone. We got to go get her. We got to bring her back. Denver need her. We need her. That's strength. We can't let what she did crush her spirit. Those women got together, baby. They prayed and they sang. And that demon couldn't stand that. Couldn't stand the truth. Your mama killed you so you wouldn't suffer. But look, here you is, punishing her. Instead of going on and reincarnating again, here you are, doing this. Because you don't know what unconditional love is. You want to blame and shame and degrade and denounce based upon your own story, your own misery. And you don't take in the fact, hers. You just look at, I'm suffering, what you did to me. I can't have all this stuff now because of you. Because you were mean. You didn't love me. You killed me. You didn't love me. But you kept Denver. Demons, beloveds. Your demons know you intimately. They know how to use your guilt. They know because they hold it for you. That's what your shadow does. It holds your darkness. That's what your demons do. They dwell in that darkness. And when they fuck with you, when you have anxiety and panic attacks and hesitation and you're in a flux, it's because your demons is whooping your ass. Your thoughts are whooping your ass. And you're allowing them to. Because you're not telling them. You're not saying, hold up. Back that shit up. This is what happened. This is how I felt. This is what I saw. This is how it went down. Regardless of how you interpreted it. You need to find your compassion and your empathy and look at the situation again through the eyes of discernment, through the eyes of wisdom. through the eyes of unconditional love, through the eyes of self-love, because that's the only way you're going to truly see it. You're going to truly recognize your demons are not someone else, but you, your thoughts, that you incarnated into another vehicle to teach you, to contrast with you. And that is that, beloveds. That is going to do this portion of it. And um, since it is late for me, I will do the. I'm trying to get to saying I'll do the card portion tomorrow. um, there's no resistance to that, so I will do the card portion tomorrow of this. How to fight your demons. So um, pay attention and be ready, because this is the next phase for humanity. Knowing that we have committed the atrocities, even if we did not do it with our own hands, we allowed. And because we allowed, it continued. And the only way to stop it from continuing is to stop it, put a stop to it. And the way to put a stop to it, like I said, is by understanding and connecting with the wisdom of the ancestors. And that everything has been allowed for. Every contingency, every. Why do you think there are multiverses? Because we practice in those places in order to get it right here. That is how we are immortal in the multiverse um, understanding of things. And I'll leave that there. And beloveds, that is going to do it. And again, I want to thank you. Um, okay, there we go. There we go. I'm being told to do one of the Abraham hicks. If not one, we'll see what comes. But I'm being told to use this deck. So, Mama, fighting demons. Fighting your demons. Okay. This is the last one, so I'll save it as the last one. Wow. The first one is 14, which is 2 sevens. Babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. I want you to be able to see the baby and the stars. Okay, I'm trying to hold this so you can see. Okay, it's just not going to do it. But anyway, there's a baby. Even though you are only months old in your physical body, you are a very old and wise creator, focused in that baby's body, and you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, the child could not be the creator of its own experience. But it is our promise to you that no one else is creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, which are the reason for what they attract, even from the time of birth. The next one is 53, which is an 8. The law of attraction assembles happy relationships. This is a beautiful card. The law of attraction cannot bring you a well balanced, happy person if you are not yourself already that. The law of attraction, no matter what you do or say, will bring to you those who predominantly match the person who you predominantly are. If you are not happy with yourself or with your life, the attraction of a partner will only exaggerate the discord because any action taken from a place of lack is always counterproductive. Card number 1, Mama. Card number 1. My life is about my relationships. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not an active part of your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. And that is that card. And again, I will do a deeper reading tomorrow for this. And I just want to say namaste, beloveds. And I love us all. And we are all moving forward together. Um, it's a beautiful process. Allow it. Allow it. Allow it. Be present in it. You have control. Don't let your demons control you. They want the 3D to stay because in the 3D world, they are the rulers. They have been given the authority. This is their metric system. This is their world. This is their illusion of what life is or what life can be. And you have to be the mature one and tell your little egoic self it's too young to drive. And it's just going to have to wait. And it needs to observe and pay attention more. And every now and then, you'll still let it get behind the wheel and pretend, but the actual driving is done by you. And you do that in a loving manner with yourself. That way your ego does not feel the resentment, and it does not have to be petty. And petty stuff doesn't have to creep out all around you because your ego has been made to feel petty because you've made it feel small and insignificant and wrong and shamed it. Let it know you're a baby. I see you. Let me help you. Let me guide you. But understand, you don't run shit. So understand, my mind is now my garden, and I do not allow weeds in my garden. Just as simple. Put it into practice. When you hear yourself, is it you, your highest self, or is it your ego? Because your ego will have a certain repertoire, it has a certain pattern, it has a certain safety zone that it is fueled from, that it is triggered by. And you have to get to know yourself so that when your ego is triggered, you can say, look, I understand you and your feelings right now, but back that up. I'm a goddess. I don't need to be bad bitch right now. But I appreciate you holding that space for me. And I know that when I need that, all I gotta do is call. But right now, we gonna hold on and we gonna see. And we feel the changes. So have the patience for the process to proceed. Stop letting your demons run you into the ground and run you raggedy. Step back and watch those who are consumed by their demons. They can't pull it back. And they resent you because you can. But allow them to be consumed because that is their hell. That is their fire. That is what they have attracted. If you don't want to be in their drama and their hell, you don't want to roll in that, stay in your highest self. Stay in that self-love, that love of yourself that no one else can tell you, no one else can control, because those are your thoughts. And you know who you are. You've always known. You've known in the womb. 125 was 4. Now it's 5. Now it's 8. Now it's 9. Okay. Bye, beloveds. I hope this has resonated with you. This is how it came to me when I woke up, and I knew I had to share it. It is very painful history. It's hard carrying it. It's hard being a Hakoya empath. And watching all of this stuff play out. But with infinite intelligence, this is how we learn. Because we are hard-headed, and stiff-necked, and think we know everything. And this is our karma for that. So, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up. Recognize the mama, recognize the father, recognize yourself, and recognize the earth as mother and father to you. Okay, that's it. I am just in a good place now, and I could babble for days. So, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just sending out the energy, and I know you can feel it because it is so powerful right now. So know how deeply you are loved, and know also, beloveds, that the veil has thinned. Claim what is yours from it. Overcome what needs to be overcome. You've done it in the past. You can do it again, even better. That's what the ancestors mean. Do better than me. Do better, do better, do better, do better. So one day, better is all we know. Where do you go from better? Don't you want to know? I do. I'm curious like that. Nosy as hell. We can manifest it, beloveds. We can bring paradise back to our awareness, back to our consciousness, back to our thoughts, back to our expectations, back to what is natural. Paradise is natural. Connecting is natural. Loving is natural. Being stagnant, it's not natural. Hell, self-induced hell. Time to get out. Time to be the caged bird that flies, take flight, singing all the while. No longer sitting in that cage with the door open, no matter how pretty it's gilded and with little toys and shiny objects that's in there with us to keep us entertained, detained, thinking, well, I'm better in here than I would be out there, so fly, 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 blackbird, fly away. Sky is where you belong. It is your home. It is your shelter. The sun shows you that. The moon shows you that. Stars show you that. Keep your head up. That's what it means. Keep your head in the stars with your ancestors. Let them help you navigate the rough waters of life, the rough rivers, the oceans, the currents, the waves, the tsunamis, the monsoons, the seasons. Winter is now. Don't worry. Spring is on its way. You can make it through this winter. This is a winter that you were born for. In this now moment, make it work. Let it be what it needs to be. It needs to be historical. It needs to be epic so that it will remain in the consciousness forever. It doesn't have to be bloody. It can be peaceful. Peaceful exchange of power, of rights, of sovereignty, of balance, restored. Okay, that is it. That is it. Yeah. The sacred masculine. Rise, baby, rise. Get up, Osiris. Come home. I'm not in competition with you. I need you by my side. In the front. I got your back. Always and forever. Namaste. The God and goddess in me recognizes the God and goddess in you. And when we see each other, we are one.